Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Badgers, the Big Ten West champs from a season ago, and the pick of many to win it again this year, boasting the most returning all-conference players in the division and a favorable crossover schedule. Paul Chryst team well positioned to keep it rolling in 2017. And with that, we welcome you to Madison. Dave Revson, Gerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith checking in on the Big Ten's model of consistency. Yes.
Well, they were pretty good. Unless that was the Packers and not the Badgers, they're better than I thought they were going to be. And I think we all thought they were the most favorite team to win the West. Really impressive.
There's a reason why, right? And you talk about the consistency here. You know, I just have to mention this offensive line. They look the way they looked 3 or 4 years ago. There was a time under Coach Anderson where they missed on a couple of offensive linemen. This is a great-looking group, and physically, overall, that's one of the first things I always want to look at on the team, and these guys have been doing a great job in off-season workouts.
And you could say the same thing about the defensive line as well, and when they work together before the scrimmage, I mean, again, you win this division, and really you win this league at the line of scrimmage, and really you win any championship at the line of scrimmage, and both these lines were really impressive.
Now, this is a team that just fits together so well. They know what they want to do on both sides of the ball. It all kind of makes sense. I was going to ask you guys, I mean, based on the fact that this team's been so good here in recent years, I mean, made 4 of the last 6 conference championship games. Alabama, the only other power conference team that can make that claim. My question for you was, does this have the look of a division champ again? It sounds like you guys think maybe the look of a conference champ.
Yeah, I think so. Now, quarterback, they're good with Hornibrook at first team. You worry about some depth there. You never can discount injuries. You never can discount the morale not being the way it should be, leadership and those type of things. But based on a practice, based on what they look like, there's no question.
They're just an impressive group. And you mentioned it, Dave. They know who they are. And so much of it really is about that. So when these guys come in here and they come out on the field, they understand what it is, the work that they have to put in. They know where they have to be good. There's leadership at each position, and that's a mark of a championship-style team.
And I think it's fair to say that they exceeded, I think, all 3 of our expectations. I mean, we thought they were going to be good. I think we all walk away saying, I know I do. They're better than I thought.
And I think it's easy to forget this, too, because of where they ended up last year. But this was a team that many were dismissing a year ago. Remember, they were not in the preseason top 25. It was the first time since 2009. Everyone was looking at the schedule and saying the crossovers were borderline impossible. There was no way they were going to win the West. And, of course, they end the season ranked in the top 10, just where you expect them to be.
That's a little dangerous what you just said, because now we're saying the opposite, right? Yep. We're saying, man, they look good, look at their schedule, and we can't forget that this game is as much mental as it is physical. And if their mind's not right, maybe like Michigan State a year ago, by way of example, that can derail a team like that. But none of the obvious things look like it's going to derail it.
Yeah, I guarantee you we'll be hearing this word once again, opportunity. That was the word that kept coming up when you talked about this team, you talked about some of the games that they had. There were opportunities, and I bet there's going to be some carryover because of the way they played and that mentality.
Well, we mentioned them as the model of consistency off the top, and they have been that in the Big Ten. 15 straight bowl games, second longest streak in conference history. Certainly no reason at all to think that won't continue. The issue, of course, is whether or not this team, after it has been on the cusp, can find its way into the college football playoff.